Excuse me, what's up, y'all? So we got another job today. We're actually we're doing the back half of the driveway that we did in the last video. Excuse me, not the last video, but the last video that we did a driveway in. Let me tell you all how my day went the other day. So this customer that we did the driveway for, he has a few properties. We went to go do one of the other properties' driveways. When we went to come pick up the trailer, y'all saw in the last video, my neighbor had left me a note that I needed to park closer to this side of the parking spot because I was too close to his camper. So I did that. So I parked a little bit closer over here. And to be honest with you, I made a huge mistake. I hadn't taken any trailer driving lessons or anything like that. I really didn't even look up any YouTube videos. Most experience I had was playing a little bit of GTA, trailer hauling back in the day. But of course, what ended up happening was I came in at an angle. My truck was like this when I came and put it on the hitch. And as I was driving out, this back section right here got caught on this pole and hit this tail piece over here and was basically about to be wedged in between there. So I had to figure out a way to kind of back out a little bit to the side and go out all the way. And of course, I hopped out of the truck when I heard it, but it did some damage. It had bent this thing completely sideways. It kind of damaged the hose a little bit. But I had to get onto the job. So I wrapped it all up, or I got back in the truck, went to the job. And of course, when I get to the job, so I go over to the hose.
The test will begin on the word
start. I try to unconnect his hose
on
from the
your
spigot.
mark, get ready.
It is like
start.
Feels like it's glued on practically. So I go over to the gun end of his hose to see if I can unhook it and just hook it up to my hose. And neither end I could get off. I mean, I had vice grips on both sides. Could not get these things off. Like, it was insanely stuck. So I called the customer and I told him, like, these things are not coming off. I don't know what's going on. And I was like, I feel like they're glued on there. And he was like, no, it's just been a few years since anybody's changed the hose out. But don't be afraid to do some damage. Like, it's okay. They're cheap pieces. We can replace them. I said, okay. So I hung up and I went back to the spigot side. And I mean, I was putting all my weight into these vice grips. And of course, the pipe busted. So it's spewing out water straight out of the top it was like a fountain spewing out water. It's flooding his yard. I called him back. I was like, hey man, the worst has happened. The pipe busted. Thank God he was really in a good humor about it. He was laughing about it. But he was like, don't worry about it. I'll call a plumber. And I was like, man, I feel terrible. I'm going to try to turn the water off. So I went over to the little manhole cover to the main water line. Of course, it was caked with mud. I'm like digging through mud and cockroaches, trying to find the shutoff valve. I found a few valves. I've never done it before. I found a few valves, tried to twist them. Wasn't turning off the water. I called him back. I was like, I cannot figure it out, man. I'm sorry. He's like, don't worry about it. There's a plumber on the way. I felt terrible. I mean, it was flooding his yard, flooding his neighbor's yard. It was bad. I mean, I offered to pay for damages and stuff like that. He's like, don't worry about it. Like, it's not a big deal. And I said, I'll do the driveway for free. He still said, don't worry about it. We'll cover it another way. And super thankful for him. Today we're going back to the first house we did for him to do the second half of the driveway. Like I said, luckily he still likes me. Same day we did all the damages, we did get this hose reel replaced. My guys at Texas Pressure Washing Store in Dallas, shout out Derek, they got me hooked up, so appreciate them. And on to the job today. Let's get it. did end up doing a second driveway. It was from a giveaway we did on the Instagram a few weeks ago. If you don't follow us on Instagram, check that out. Definitely worth a follow. But thanks again for watching.